Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Let me wear my glasses, okay? Because I need my glasses to be able to imagine, okay? So that I can imagine. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen, you guys, Malusi Gigaba is not backing down because Umalusi Gigaba is like, listen, I gave you something to imagine long time ago. I don't want to give you more. I don't want my wife to give you more than I've already given you. Okay. The video was enough. Okay. Remember, you guys, that on Untied, we are supposed to see an episode of Norma Mngoma talking about her marriage to Malusi Gigaba. Umalusi Gigaba is saying, because listen, ayiki episode enzoyibona because mina nganinika the things to imagine, so it's not gonna happen now. So the back and forth isenzeka even now because askayiboni episode unoma ufuna episode lidlale uGigaba uthi no. Now you guys, I don't know how the papers are getting hold of these details that they keep giving us about what was supposed to be in the episode, but they keep giving us information on what was supposed to be in the episode. The City Press now is talking about how Norma Mngoma talked about that video, okay, the imagination video, okay, and how the imagination video affected her and affected her relationship, okay? Do you think it was good or bad? I think, you guys, it's like that thing of, like most of the time when you go to a restaurant to eat nowadays, people like to take pictures of the food and everything. But they don't do that when you're like, eating KFC, and eating like, I don't know, chicken licken, because it's like too common. Okay, it's too common. They usually take pictures when they go to like fancy restaurants. Okay, so I think it's that situation where it's like, what am I gonna do with KFC now? Okay, it was nice when it was special, but now it's not special. Everybody knows it, so I think that's why it affected her negatively. Okay, even though the streetwise too is still very, very tasty and nice and fulfilling, but it's like, listen, everybody is eating the streetwise too. Okay, so it's not so exciting anymore. I think it might be that. So this is the story, you guys. They are saying Malusi Gigaba's on video drove Norma to sleep in a separate room from him. Okay, so Norma decided to sleep in a separate room because, you guys, the streetwise too was available to everybody. I was like, listen, the streetwise too no longer excites me, so I'm just going to go over here in the guest room and sleep there. Mngoma reveals that her husband's lies were a significant factor in the collapse of their marriage. Portrayed in the media as a glamorous couple, she says that they traveled the world on taxpayers' money. Listen, Norma doesn't forget to say that they did whatever they did in taxpayers' money, okay? They used taxpayers' monies to travel the world. She doesn't forget to say that. As exposed in Gigaba's alleged addiction to pornography and his infidelity during their marriage. Okay, so that's what the article is talking about. On the same day, in October 2018, when the then finance minister Malusi Gigaba widely criticized the Astadation video was posted on social media, she began sleeping separately from him. Okay, from the day that we saw the Imagination movie, she started sleeping in a separate room. Her account of the saga, along with their traumatic memories of the breakdown of their marriage to Gigaba, has now escalated to a legal battle between Showmax and Gigaba, who is trying to block the airing of his ex-wife's interview. The problem with this is that we keep getting what is in the episode. Okay, now we know that the movie that we also made Norma to sleep in the separate room. Okay, and I'm guessing by the end of this week something else would have been shared about this interview. In Showmax new talk show Untied, Mngoma reveals that her ex-husband's lies were a significant factor in the collapse of their marriage. He lied until the day that the video was leaked, she claimed. Okay, she also discloses how the two of them, once portrayed in the media as glamorous couple, traveled the world and was funded by what? Taxpayers' monies. Okay, I like the fact that as a taxpayer, I keep coming up, in this article. Okay, I am very, very important here. Okay, I contributed to the making of the imaginary video. Imagination video. Okay, Gigaba, a former minister who led the Department of Home Affairs, Public Enterprises and Finance between 2020 and 2018, was dismissed shortly after the Astadation video came to light. Okay, the 13-second self-made mobile phone video in which his face and genitals are visible as he rubs his anus and says, "Imagine this in your mouth." Okay, spread like wildfire on social media at the time and was even uploaded on websites. Okay, listen, guys, listen. Then the City Press just did something that is totally unbelievable. They actually put the picture of the imagination video. PTSD. I don't want to see it. Okay, let me just scroll past it because I'm like, I want to see this picture, okay? Gigaba remains an ANC member of parliament and currently serves as a chairperson of the Standing Committee on Defense and Military Veterans. He is also a member of the Portfolio Committee of Trade, Industry and Competition because he surely can compete, okay? In her interview, Mngoma speaks extensively about Gigaba's alleged pornography addiction and infidelity, which included multiple extramarital affairs. She reveals that Gigaba blamed his father, a priest who also had affairs, for his sex addiction. He blames his father because his father was a priest. He grew up looking up to his father, and his father cheated on his mother. She also alleges that Gigaba was responsible for the raid of the Hawks in her house and her subsequent arrest after she reportedly damaged a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon belonging to a friend of his. Gigaba filed an interdict application in the Johannesburg High Court against Goat Studios executive producer Vanessa Loubatla, as well as MultiChoice and Showmax. Okay, the producer had approached Gigaba for comment, in which he insisted on watching the full episode first. The producers made 7 video clips available to Gigaba, each between 5 and 10 minutes long, in which Mngoma discusses her ex-husband's alleged extramarital affairs and their disputes. Gigaba argues that if Mngoma speaks about him and their broken marriage, it will harm his reputation and good name. He also claims that the program is not in the public interest. Guys, I don't know, okay? What more damage can talking about this story do, okay? Because the damage was done when we saw the imaginary movie, okay? His legal team, Bizet attorneys, declined to comment further on the application. Showmax, when asked, said that it is standing against the application. In the court documents, Brandon Vermeulen, MultiChoice's executive legal head and general entertainment, argues that Gigaba had previously done nothing when the ex-wife spoke about the breakup of their marriage. Okay, all the allegations he complains about are already in the public domain. Okay, that is what I've been saying, you guys. I don't understand what the big deal is. This woman has spoken about this marriage. At this point, we know all corners of her past marriage. So what is the problem? Okay, what is the problem now with her sharing the story that she has already shared many times? It is reasonable for Showmax to convey Mngoma's personal experience of the breakdown of the marriage, especially since they offered Gigaba an opportunity to respond. The application will be heard in July, okay? Farin Afanikek, director of Irish MacLeod Incorporation, told City Press sister publication report that a public figure cannot legally prevent the publication or broadcast of a material solely on the grounds that they were not consulted or unhappy with how they were depicted. Public figures are subject to a greater degree of public scrutiny. Attempts to suppress media coverage often backfire, drawing even more public attention. And you guys, I absolutely think that that is true, because the more that this picture, okay, the more that Gigaba does not want us to see what's in the episode, the more we are curious about Kantiyinle in the episode. Because honestly, you guys, when I first saw that Norma Mngoma was going to be part of Untied, I wasn't really looking forward to it, because I was like, this woman has spoken so much about, the marriage to Kikaba. What else can she possibly share that we don't know already? Okay. But the more that Mr. Kikaba is fighting for us not to see the episode, the more I feel like I want to see the episode, because I'm like, okay, there must be something very juicy in this episode that he does not want us to see. And I can't imagine what's worse than your Streetwise 2, because we saw your Streetwise 2, so we saw it, okay? Now the whole world knows it. It's still in the internet to this day. So what's the big deal, okay? Anyway, this is what the City Press says, that because of the Streetwise 2 being so common now and exposed to everybody, Norma Mngoma decided that she was going to sleep in the guest room. And that was it in their marriage. It was like, I'm eating the Streetwise 2 that everybody knows, okay? I want people to think I'm eating fancy food, okay? So now if people see that it's a Streetwise 2, then I don't want to be eating it. I'd rather go hungry. I wonder if she ever ate the KFC after we saw the KFC. She might not tell us, but she might have eaten it, okay? Because sometimes you're just so hungry, okay? You're just hungry and you just need whatever is available, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.